I'll talk about it. Okay, guys, here was second part of what to eat for breakfast. This is the top 5 great things to eat for breakfast. This is my list. There are some other things that can go on here. We'll talk about those honorable mentions in a minute. Kind of stick to the idea of this breakfast and you won't go too far off. So number 1, in no particular order, although if I had to pick one thing on this list, this is the most nutritionally dense food for you anywhere, I think, is avocados. Now you want to go with the organic version. You can put sea salt on the avocados. You can also get raw cheese and eat that with the avocado. Delicious. I'm drooling thinking about it now. Number 2, steel cut oatmeal. Now this is it's a no-no if you really need to lose weight because it is a carbohydrate, but it is a very complete carbohydrate. It has all the nutrients that are found in a real, oat versus don't eat the instant stuff. That is just that's pure sugar to your body. But steel cut oatmeal, get the organic version, and make sure you use real raw butter and cinnamon on top of it. The combination of all that will really help your body sort of level out its insulin levels. So steel cut oatmeal with butter, make sure it's organic or raw, and some cinnamon on it. Don't put any sugar on there. Eggs, let me talk about eggs. Eggs need to come from chickens that are free roaming, that they've never lived in a cage. They've never had an antibiotic shoved into them. They've never been given growth hormones. They are free roaming, naturally living hens that lay eggs. And if you've ever looked at an egg from a hen like that versus a regular egg that you would get at the grocery store or something that's not organic, and you look at the yolk, you can see a huge difference in the color of the yolk and just the overall quality. You do not have to do egg whites. For you weightlifters out there and you fitness fanatics out there, I will tell you, eat the yellow. Definitely eat that yellow. That type, from an egg like that fat and that cholesterol is just about perfect food for your brain. It helps you make testosterone and growth hormone, helps you balance your estrogen. But egg yolks from a processed chicken do the opposite. So make sure your eggs are coming from a free-roaming hen. Also, you can put some sea salt on there. If you want to double dip, you could throw some avocados in there with your free-roaming chicken eggs. That's one of Christine's favorite. Protein shake. I do this a lot. You've got plant protein, obviously organic, very minimally processed, and Max Greens. Throw these together with some coconut milk or almond milk. Make sure you're getting a clean version of all that. Whip it up, throw some ice in there, and you got a great shake. Very filling, very clean. And then finally, bone broth. I've done this multiple times in the last several years where I will go several days, and the only thing I'll put in my body in the morning is a glass of steaming bone broth. Make sure it comes from an organic source, that you know where it's coming from, if it's chickens or beef, whatever. Make sure that those animals are clean. And if you don't know how to make bone broth, YouTube it if you want to make your own. You can get a clean source of bone broth anywhere. It tastes like the sort of the chicken stock in a chicken noodle soup. And you can put, again, sea salt in there. Excellent source of quality nutrition. There's some other things that fit on there. Honorable mentions include nuts, specifically raw almonds, cashews. Now, I know these things are not typically what we think about eating for breakfast. Why do you think the TV and everybody else says eat this cereal for breakfast, eat this instant oatmeal? Why do you think the food industry and the drug industry and the TV industry are okay with you eating that crap? It's because they know if they get you on this insulin shockwave, you're always going to be hungry, you're going to keep eating, you're going to keep buying their product. It is highly addictive and very, very bad for you. And I want to finish with this point. If you know somebody, especially your children, that's eating the bad stuff on that first video, the cereal and all that, the Pop-Tarts, the bagels, the donuts, and they're eating that, and they seem like they're getting away with it, I'm telling you, out of love, they are not getting away with it. You build your cells out of what you put in your body. Do you want your kids to have donut brains? Do you want your kids to have cereal brains? Of course you don't. Start coaching them and guiding them on what is good, what is bad. The habits that they're developing now will thoroughly dictate what they eat later on. And if you're going to ask me what my kid eats, guess what? She's not going hungry. She's not starving. She does not reach for a donut. She does not reach for the cereal. No, she doesn't eat any of that because we never introduced it to her in the first place. She does a lot of this stuff every morning, the clean proteins, the clean Max Greens. That is her shake. She wakes up every morning wanting it. We mix it with almond milk, different type like hemp milk and that kind of thing. She loves it. That's what she craves in the morning. You can do this. You are so powerful. You're fearfully and wonderfully made, family. You can do this. You got to fight for your health. You got to fight your way out of that nursing home. It's Dr. Hooten signing off. Talk to you next time.